Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Kevin with Optimized Essentials, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing this posture brace, all right? Now, I did make a video on how to fix your hunchback posture. In the thumbnail, I say, stop using this, but, I'm going to be straight honest with you. I can't exactly judge or say something about something if I've never truly experienced it, right? So the funny thing was my brother decided to order one of these, and I'm like, wow, I should give this a try. Maybe it does work. So I wanted to give it, a good try. And I decided that I was going to wear it for a week since I sit a lot at my desk and I do find myself slouching every now and then. So I'm going to give my experience, my credible experience as a personal trainer, right? Someone who's heavily invested into corrective exercise, posturology, that's even a term, and stretching, functional training. I will give my honest feedback and opinion, my hopefully unbiased and untainted opinion, which is going to be hard, on this posture brace. Okay, so I'm actually going to wear it right now and show you what it does and what it looks like and how it feels. Okay, so it's like a backpack, right? You wear it over your straps, and the back of this looks like this. And what it does is, depending on how much you tighten this, how much it is going to pull your body from rounded shoulders into a neutral, slightly, I call it thoracically extended position, right? The neutral optimal position that your body wants to be in upright. So I'll start with the pros, and then I'll give you the cons, and I'll give you my overall experience, my overall thoughts, feelings, and emotions about the posture brace. And you can decide whether or not this is something you want to get, okay? So the pros to this is, in this position, in this standing position, right, this is a little bit too tight, it really does teach you how to be in that nice upright position. It basically corrects your kyphosis if you have one, or it teaches your body, it's a constant reminder to be in that neutral position. So when I'm standing, it's still really tight, which is one of the cons, guys. I'll get to that though. One of the pros, the benefits, is it actually feels pretty good when you're standing, right? And then when you're sitting at the desk too, if you are constantly sitting outright, it's not bad. But here's where it starts to get kind of iffy for me, right? This is why I couldn't wear it for over a week or more than even an hour or two. To maintain this position for hours upon hours is not only very strenuous, but it's unnatural for your body to be in. What do I mean? Slouching isn't necessarily bad. Kyphosis isn't necessarily bad. Your body will slouch, it will round, it will morph into different planes of motion depending on the activity that you do, right? Whenever you bend forward, as in whenever you hinge forward at the hips, you don't always have to be maintaining an upright, erect posture, right? When you're turning to grab something off the ground, it's unnatural to have that upright posture to kind of do the task. So when I'm sitting and my body's getting tired from standing upright, it's going to want to slouch, and that's okay. But the thing is, you don't want to be constantly slouching, right? Meaning if you're excessively sitting in that position, like that slouch position, what you don't want to do is stay there, right? But what you also don't want to do is always be in that upright, erect posture. The optimum thing to do is to be dynamic, to be flowing, to be in a constant state of ebb and flow and balance, meaning your body is going to slouch sometimes. Your body is going to prefer to be in an upright position, meaning if you're standing for your job, you don't want to be slouching. You do want to be upright. You do want to be in this nice, tall, erect stance so that you're confident, you're present, you're powerful, you're poised, and you're ready to deliver a message to your customer, to your audience, and you want to be nice and erect and upright. So it can help you in the sense that in a very stationary stance, in a singular task where you do need to be upright, it can help you in that. But anytime you move outside of that box, that definition I just gave you, meaning you need to rotate, you need to turn, or you need to slouch, simply because if you're sitting on the couch, I wore this while I was sitting on the sofa and the couch, and it's extremely uncomfortable because your body doesn't want to be upright, or it wants to slouch. It doesn't want to be upright when it's laying down on the sofa. It wants to be relaxed and collapsed, all right? But the problem is, for most people, it's when you sit there collapsed for 2, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours in the same place, and you're not moving around, right? Think about what our ancestors did, our primal movement patterns, right? People were squatting, and after a while, their hips got sore from squatting. They would sit on one leg with one leg out. They might sit on the other leg with another leg out. They might be on their knees for a little bit, in that kneeling position. And then they'll start walking, they'll start moving, they'll start rotating their body, they'll look left and right, they'll start throwing spears, they'll do all kinds of things. But the thing is, they don't have to consciously keep themselves upright. In fact, if you consciously keep yourself upright all the time with a brace like this, it's only going to impede your biomechanics, right? So the posture brace is good for very singular boxed tasks, but anytime you try to move outside of the box or outside of that plane of motion, you are going to experience a lot of discomfort. Meaning, if you sit with it excessively, eventually your body is going to get tired of maintaining that upright position at the desk, and it's going to want to slouch. And when you slouch, this band is going to constrict, right, the muscles in the front of your chest, and it's going to actually produce a lot of neck tension because you're actively trying to resist as it's pulling you in, if that makes sense. When your body wants to naturally go forward, you're actively with your brain trying to pull back, but it's still pulling you forward. There's like a bunch of discoherence going on, dissonance. There's a bunch of dissonance going on in your brain and your body, and it simply doesn't work, okay? So after trying it for a few hours and a few days on and off, I've come to the conclusion, at least for me, that this is no bueno, right? I'm gonna take this off because it doesn't do shit, guys. It does absolute jack squat. It might help you if you're doing a presentation, like you're standing in front of, this is probably where it's the most useful. If you're doing public speaking, if you're doing a presentation, having this will remind you to be nice and upright. You'll just walk and talk naturally, confidently. But a better way, because before I give you the better way, I initially thought this would be like, oh, maybe this works like braces, because I've had braces before, right? Maybe this is like braces where it's like, it's a brace for your posture, and when you do it enough time, hey, you'll have upright posture. But it doesn't work like that, all right? This is an unnatural brace or postural brace. The real brace for your posture is resistance training, all right? Or your muscles, better yet. Your muscles, the strength of your muscles, and how calibrated your muscles are to good posture is going to be the most natural mechanism in giving you nice, confident, upright posture naturally without something artificial, okay? Meaning, if you train your body by doing good exercises like the face pull and external rotation, and you train that upright, thoracically extended position, you now have a baseline of good posture that will carry you over from day-to-day activities. And even when you sit from time to time, or you do things where you're slouching, if your muscles are strong enough, if your body has developed that state of being, that state of mind, that equilibrium, that optimal posture within your nervous system, very quickly your body will just snap into good posture anytime, anywhere, just through a quick reminder of lifting some weights with good form, deadlifts with good form, any form of exercise that causes you to extend, right? And to go into external rotation, expansion, contraction, expansion. So I've made a lot of videos on my channel about how to fix your hunchback posture if you have equipment at the gym. If you don't, I recently filmed a 15-minute routine at the gym, or not at the gym, in my office, just for anyone who has no excuse to not do this. This is something you can literally bang out first thing in the morning for 15 minutes, get that upright posture built into your nervous system so that you don't have to rely on this, right? You don't have, this is not the way to go, all right? So it's a good way to remind yourself in the beginning what that feels like, but you want to solve it at the root, right? And if you're needing some more help, I do have some programs that I'm going to plug. It is my Posture 101 program. It is the complete stretching protocol. I will teach you how to assess your own postural imbalances and then how to stretch out the muscles that are excessively tight or overactive. And then currently, I do not have a strengthening program. Actually, I do, but I don't have a posture-specific program. I am building that out currently. It's going to be a mobility routine and a corrective exercise routine for the next steps, because the Posture 101 is beginner. I'm going to build out the intermediate and the advanced program very soon. And then also, if you need a strengthening program, which will help address that, generally, it'll do a pretty good job. Check out my flagship transformation program. That is a 16-week program that will take you from a beginner to an intermediate in 16 weeks, or it will solidify your intermediacy and make you a super intermediate and prepare you for advanced levels of training. Now, I'm plugging this program because it is literally the culmination of my years as a personal trainer teaching noobs, literally people who think they go to the gym regularly, they still have bad form, they still aren't getting results at the gym, and they don't have the physique or the body that they have because they don't know how to execute the technique correctly. So if you get that program, I will give you video tutorials and cues, right, circling and pointing at arrows of where to focus at on your body so that you can get maximum muscle engagement and recruitment and ultimately build the functionality that your body was designed for so that you can have optimum posture without this brace, all right? So guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you drop the comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.